How's everybody doing? Is everybody doing all right? All right, this is not going to be a long live stream because I, with the Karen Reed trial going on and on and on and on, the never ending Karen Reed trial, I guess I missed that Lane Myers took a plea deal. Now, I said on my channels multiple times, if Lane Myers takes a plea deal, I'm done with him. I will never support Lane Myers again if he takes a plea deal. Just like Eric Grant told everybody, oh, I won't take no fucking deals. I'm gonna fight it. I ain't gonna take no fucking deals. And what did Eric Grant do? He took a fucking deal. This is why I no longer follow Eric Grant. Okay, now, there are several movies out there about a guy named John Gotti. Does everybody know who John Gotti is? Well, if you're over 20 years old, most likely you know who John Gotti is. He one time was the big boss of the Gambino crime family. And they made 3 movies about this guy, John Gotti. So I'm not talking about the NBC movie, Witness to the Mob. I'm not talking about that one. And I'm not talking about the farce of a movie that was made by John Travolta. There was another one. I can't remember when it came out. Okay? Where Gotti was played by somebody. And there's a scene in there. And he's talking about, this is Costa Nostra. We got people in prison doing 1,000 years. We got people who never never took a deal. And that's the way I'm always going to be. If they get John Gotti, no fucking deals. No fucking deals. I'll do 1,000 years on Rikers Island before I fucking take a plea deal. Because that's Costa Nostra. I would love to play you the clip of the movie. But I can't play you the clip of the movie because YouTube would nail the video for copyrighted content. So the same way, I believe, about John Gotti, you don't take no fucking deals. Eric Grant shouldn't have took a fucking deal. And I told you guys, before the Karen Reed trial started, I told you motherfuckers, if Lane Myers takes a motherfucking deal, I will never have anything to do with Lane Myers ever again. And I meant it. And this cocksucker took a deal. And you know what they're trying to do to him for a sentence? Ban him from life from social media. Because he showed public information on a government website. So, let me be clear about this. What this just did is it just opened the door. See, because one of my trolls, who hasn't been around in a while, his name was Steve P. He was also known as Steve Pisco. Okay? And one time, Steve Pisco thought he was going to fuck around with Emo Hollingwolf and Rick Crude. So what did Rick Crude do? Rick Crude went to Google, showed Steve Pisco's business profile on the website, which is a public business at the time called Pisco Painting. Okay? So, I was mad at this guy. Rick Crude was mad at this guy. So I copied Rick Crude's video and I slammed Steve Pisco's business information and his address to his business and all that shit on a public site. And the reason why I wasn't charged for this back in 2020 is because when somebody's name and address is on a public website, you can show it on YouTube. Do you realize now that Lane has pleaded guilty, if I was to do that to Steve Pisco now, I could go to jail now for showing a public... We could all go to jail now for showing somebody... So if Andrew Brain had a job and owned a business, and I show Andrew Brain's fucking Yelp page or Google Business Review page, I can now go to jail for it. Because Lane Myers just set precedent by taking a guilty plea. So now you can be charged for sharing information that's on a fucking public website. This is what Lane just did to everybody. He fucked us all over by taking a fucking deal. And I told this motherfucker, you take a fucking deal, I will be done with you. And the cocksucker took a deal. So that means you can't show a senator's public information anymore. You can't show Donald Trump's public information anymore. You can't go to any courthouse, any government official, any business, and show that stuff on the internet. Because this is what Lane Myers did by pleading guilty. This was the worst fucking thing that Lane Myers could have did. So at this time, because he just fucked everybody, really fucked everybody by taking a fucking deal, it's time to do this, guys. It's time to do this. Time to say goodbye, 'cause you fucked up and took a deal. So goodbye, Lane Myers. It's time to say goodbye. And fuck you. No longer subscribed. I will never watch your page again. That's the way I feel about it. You're done. You fucked up. You are done. Do not ever come to my channel. I will never be in your channel again. You fucked up royally by taking the deal. And I told you, motherfucker, you take a deal, you're done. You're through. And what did the fucking guy do? He took a fucking deal. That's what he did. So now, I think Hank Brennan is an asshole for charging Cameron Reed. So now if I go to Massachusetts, Norfolk fucking DA's website, and I show Hank Brennan's information on a public website, I could be charged for that now. Thank you, Lane. Thank you. You just really fucked everybody. And you don't realize how you just fucked everybody by taking a motherfucking deal. So he's gone. Unsubscribe. See you later. Bye-bye. Nice knowing you. And now if you get banned from social media, Lane Myers, you fucking deserve it. You fucking deserve it because you're a sellout. You're a coward. You're a fucking loser. You told people that sent you hundreds of thousands of dollars for your legal defense fund that you wouldn't take a deal, you motherfucking cocksucking son of a bitch, and cunt hallelujah, and you took a fucking deal? You useless piece of fucking shit. You useless piece of fucking shit. from the internet for life, I hope they ban you from internet. Because I just got off the Reluctant Prophets channel talking about everybody get ready for Lane Myers' sentencing on Tuesday, July 1st. And I'm like, wait a minute, what fucking sentencing? As far as I knew, I was going to start streaming his court trial on my Justin Court TV channel on Rumble. I was all set to stream the trial. Just like I streamed the Karen Reed trial. And then I find out tonight that this cocksucker took a deal. So, according to the Reluctant Prophet, what I just got done listening to on the Reluctant Prophet's channel, that the prosecutor sent a 41-page document, 41 pages document of what she would like to happen, of what she wants Lane Myers to be sentenced to. 1, he can never have contact with Foshin again. You don't know who Foshin is? That's a channel known as This Is a Public Service. He's not supposed to be a friend of the Reluctant Prophet. In that 41-page fucking document, she put stipulations in that she wants Lane Myers banned from social media for fucking life. She wants Lane Myers to be sentenced on Tuesday to 5 to 6 years in fucking prison for showing a public website. I can't stress that enough. A public website. So that means don't bother showing anybody's website anymore, because now that Lane Myers pleaded guilty, you can now go to jail for this shit. I'm not happy. And now, all the people that donated thousands to Lane Myers' legal fund, guess what she also wants done in this 41-page fucking manifesto? She wants all the money that was given to the Lane Myers Defense Fund to be ordered to be given to the ACLU. Not given back to the people who sent it for Lane Myers' trial, but actually keep the money and send it to the ACLU. But it's okay for everybody else to have protection under the ACLU, but Lane Myers can't get protection under the ACLU, right? No, I don't like coming on and doing live streams at 1 in the fucking morning, but this fucking pissed me off. I told Lane Myers, you take a deal, I'm fucking done with you. Just like I'm done with Eric Brandt. Eric Brandt was a sellout, he took a fucking deal. Lane Myers is a fucking sellout and took a fucking deal. And if he gets banned for the internet for fucking life, he fucking deserves it. Because there used to be a law, the way it was, is I could take Steve's business and show it all over the internet as much as I want, because it was a public website. I could go to Norfolk County District Attorney's Office and show Hank Brennan's fucking contact information, his phone number, and all the stuff on the Norfolk District Attorney's fucking page because it's on a public website. You could do that to any senator, any president of the United States. So if I put my name and address on the fucking website, the trolls technically, by the old law, could share that all over the internet and say, here you go, Emo. Here's Emo's address on the silver platter. Here's his phone number. Here's where he lives. Here's the business he owns. Right? And the troll would be protected for exposing my information. Because I was the one that was stupid enough to put my information on the public website. Well, now I could sue the trolls for doing that because of what Lane did. See how this made it worse? It made it fucking worse by him taking the deal. So that means no matter what you show on the internet now, you can be prosecuted for it. It opened the door that was untouchable. That's what you did, Lane. You just fucked everybody royally. You just fucked everybody royally by taking the deal. Because that loophole, well, if it's on a public site and it's public information, now it ain't doxing. Well, now because of what Lane did, now it's doxing. Now you can go to jail for it. Thank you, Lane. Thank you very much. Imbecile. Absolute. And if Lane was here in this fucking studio right now, I'd punch him dead in the motherfucking face for taking the deal. I'd literally punch him in the fucking face, and then I'd take it, I would pick him, I would body slam him head first through my bedroom door and throw him down the staircase, and then throw him through the, not opening the sliding glass door, but I would throw him through the sliding glass door because of him taking a deal and fucking everybody. He don't realize what the fuck he did. So that means anybody that shows a business phone number, anybody that shows a fucking public information's not protected anymore now because of Lane Myers taking the deal. And if you lose your fucking YouTube for life, buddy, you fucking deserve it. You shouldn't have took a fucking deal. Just like John Gotti said in that movie, and I'm quoting it loosely here, I'd love to actually play the fucking movie quote in this live stream, but I know YouTube would hit it. We got people in prison doing 1,000 years because this is Costa Nostra. They don't take no fucking deals. You know, they stay true to Costa Nostra. Because what happened was, in the scene of the movie, John Cutler comes to John Gotti at the Raven Night Social Club and says, John Gotti, the prosecutor is offering you this deal. And in that scene, that's when he says, oh, we got people in prison doing 1,000 years. That's the thing about Costa Nostra, you don't rat. You fuck up, you do the time. You make no fucking deals. And anybody that makes a fucking deal is a rat and deserves to fucking die. Something along that lines, okay? And that's why they they that's why John, when he finally got sent to prison, had a miserable fucking life. Because the prison water was horrible. Okay? So one day they walk into John's cell, and this is it's on YouTube. It's an interview with John Gotti Jr. talking about his father. And the government comes in and they're like, "Oh, John, all you're gonna do is sign this paper saying that you will no longer, that you're renouncing your former self, and you will never have this power again, and you will never be you renounce all you renounce all your position in Costa Nostra." And because the fucking water in the prison where he was horrible. So John Gotti, because he had money, was able to buy spring water and shit in jail. So because he wouldn't take that fucking paper, and they also said, "Oh, you're 23 hours a day in a jail cell. Right now you're in a jail cell 23 hours of the day, where you only get out of a jail cell for an hour. If you sign this paper giving up, relinquishing everything, relinquishing your title, we'll give you more freedom in jail." And John Gotti wouldn't take a deal. John Gotti would never sign the paper. So what did the prison system do? They took his commissary away. So he couldn't get the good water. He had to start drinking the prison shitty water. And soon after they took his spring water away and all of his perks away because he wouldn't sign the paper, the fucking tumors started showing up on the side of his throat. And then they deliberately wouldn't take him to get cancer treatments. And they deliberately waited too long before they allowed him to get cancer treatments after the cancer and everything was growing out of the side of his neck. All because he wouldn't sign a fucking paper saying that he was no longer a big time boss. Because that would have been taking the deal. So that 10 years that John Gotti was in prison, they made that 10 years the most miserable and horrific and the hardest time that they could give the guy, all because he wouldn't sign a paper making a deal saying, "I'm no longer the boss. I'm no longer Mr. Big." And they didn't let him get his cancer treatments and everything else, and he died in prison. Was in prison 10 fucking years. Took 10 years to kill him. And because he wouldn't sign that fucking paper, he wouldn't make a fucking deal, they made sure that that 10 years was the hardest 10 years that somebody could do. By taking every privilege away from him that they could. And so forth. There's an interview on YouTube where John Gotti's son Jr. talks about this shit. How they took his commissary away. He couldn't buy things like he was able to in the beginning because he wouldn't sign the paper. They wouldn't give him the proper medical care because he wouldn't sign the paper. But see, that's the way John Gotti was. No fucking deals. Because that's a true meaning of Costa Nostra. No fucking deals. And that's the way emo is. I'll never take a fucking deal. And anybody who takes a fucking deal is a sellout. Anybody who takes a fucking deal is a piece of shit in my book, and is a loser. And if you take a fucking deal, don't expect for emo to respect you. So you just seen me unsubscribe from Lane Maya's fucking channel. I will never support this guy again. I will never condone what he did by taking a fucking deal. He is dead to me. And I will never speak his name again in another video after this video. Because he took a fucking deal. Worst fucking mistake that he could fucking do was take a fucking deal. That's it, Lane. You're done. So if they ban you for life on social media, you fucking deserve it. If they tell you can't be friends with fucking Reluctant Prophet anymore, you fucking deserve it. If they tell you can't be friends with Potion anymore, you fucking deserve it. If they give you 5 to 6 years in prison, you fucking deserve it. If they ban you from YouTube for life and say you can never use fucking social media again because you fucked everybody from ever showing public information again on the internet, which means anybody shows a public website can now get fucking charged for it because you just set case law, idiot. You just set precedent. By taking a deal. The bastard should afford it. It was First Amendment protected activity. It was a public website. He had every fucking right to share the public information on a fucking public website. He would have won the motherfucking case. But no, he decided to fuck everybody by taking the deal. Well, you know what now? Lane, fuck you. Fuck you and the horse you rode in on. Don't ever try to get my respect again. You're done. You're done like Eric Brandt. That's why I have no respect for Eric Brandt. Oh, I'll never take a plea deal. Colorado ain't getting me. I'll never take a plea deal. Colorado ain't getting me. I'll never take a plea deal. And what does Eric Brandt do? Takes a motherfucking fucking plea deal. I have no respect for that shit. No respect at all. So if I had all my information on a LinkedIn page where it showed my business and my phone number and all that shit, the trolls could take that LinkedIn page and they could show it because it was a public fucking website. Now if a troll does it, I could sue them for showing my private information on a public website. Does that make sense? You can now be charged for sharing private information on a public website. To me, that's an oxymoron. There's no fucking such thing as private information on a public website. Well, there is now, because this cocksucker took a deal. There is now. Stupid son of a bitch, cocksucking motherfucker. Stupid, 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 dumb, fucking stupid. And they call me retarded. They call me mentally insane. They call me a lol's cow. And I have more fucking brains than Eric Brandt and fucking Lane Myers to know you never take a motherfucking deal. I'm not happy. And like I said, I'm slowly catching up on shit. Okay? You guys can't believe the fucking mess I'm dealing with. You can't believe it because the Karen retrial put me way fucking behind on everything. You really want to see it? I'll show you. You really want to see it? I'll show you. This is what the Karen retrial did to me. Okay? Minus Lane Myers, which you can see I unsubscribed to him. But we get rid of this. This whole browser full of fucking tabs I'm behind. This whole fucking browser full of tabs I'm behind because of the Karen retrial. This whole tab, this page full of fucking tabs I'm behind because of Karen retrial. This whole fucking website I'm behind because of the Karen retrial. This whole fucking thing of tabs is all shit that I'm behind because of the Karen retrial. And that's just one monitor. Wait, there's more. But wait, there's more. There's more. You're gonna say, Emo, what the fuck are you talking about? There's more. I'll show you there's more. Hang on. Let's see if I can move this fucking thing out of my way here. Then you got this this whole fucking page full of tabs that hasn't been done again, that hasn't been fucking filled, that hasn't been watched yet, and then this fucking page full of tabs that hasn't been watched yet. And this is where I found out that he took the fucking deal right here. That's where I just found out he took the motherfucking deal. But wait, there's more. We're still not done yet. And then there's this browser with more fucking tabs. You see how fucking far behind I am with shit because of the Karen retrial? You see what the Karen retrial did to me? And then on top of that, as I'm trying to catch up with this motherfucker, we got more fucking people on YouTube posting more and more and more and more and more and more and more. And it's just piling up and piling up and piling the fuck up. I mean, you saw how many fucking windows full of tabs I got sitting here. That's all shit I need to watch. And then by the time I catch up, there's another 3 pages after that. Because everybody's posting videos every day. It's like, I'm pulling my hair out because I can't read trial took so fucking long. So this is why I'm 2 weeks behind on shit like this. This is why I'm 2 fucking weeks behind. Because it was posted 2 weeks ago that Lane Myers took a deal. I'm just finding out about it now. Jesus Christ. Stupid. Stupid, absolutely stupid. I can't believe you fucking did this, Lane. I can't fucking believe you motherfucking did this to me. And everybody on the internet, he fucked everybody on the internet. Because now he set case law. He fucking set case law. And I tried to explain this to you. So Otto the Watchdog was able to sue because his fucking rights were violated. Okay? He won a lawsuit a couple of times. And each time he wins, that makes it for the next auditor to be able to sue. And the next auditor to be able to sue. And the next one to be able to sue. Because once case law has been presented. Okay? So, I'll give you a quick one and then I want to get out of here because it's late at night and I know you guys got better things to do. So, if you remember about a year ago, the Supreme Court decided that Roe v. Wade is unconstitutional. It's unconstitutional to decide if doing what Roe v. Wade allowed or didn't allow, allowed for certain things to be happening. Some people call it murder and whatever. I'm not going to get into the whole debate about it. So they said, well, it's unconstitutional for the fucking whole United States to be protected by the Supreme Court. So what we're going to do here at the Supreme Court is we're going to overturn Roe v. Wade. And we're going to put it back into the state's hands. Okay? And we're going to put it back in the state's hands. So that way the states that want to ban it can, and the states that want to allow it can. And we're going to put it back in the state's hands. And I told you guys, when Roe v. Wade went down, you're going to see where this is coming. I'm reminding you of what I said. You're going to see this is what I'm talking about, making case precedent. And I sat in this room and I told you guys, I said, all right, so now the U.S. Supreme Court decided that Roe v. Wade is unconstitutional and they want to put it back. They want to put it back under state control. So certain states can allow it, certain states can ban it, right? And I told you, motherfuckers, because once they set that as a case precedent, I told you, precedent, I keep saying president, but precedent, it's going to allow other shit to be overturned in the Supreme Court. And I told everybody, I said, guess what? The next thing that's going to come up, now that they overturned Roe v. Wade, is U.S. gay marriage. And guess what is going on in the U.S. Supreme Court right now? That's right, to turn gay marriage back over to the states, each state. So that means all the places that are in the Bible Belt, so what will happen is they're going to say, well, gay marriage is unconstitutional. We're going to turn it back over to the states. And what have certain states said in the Bible Belt? Florida, gay marriage is banned. Georgia, gay marriage was banned. Virginia, gay marriage was banned. West Virginia, gay marriage was banned. Before the Supreme Court came in and said, oh, we're going to make it legal for everybody. It was legal in Maine. Texas had bans on gay marriage. It was banned in Texas, another holy roller state. So what is the Supreme Court working on right now? To end U.S. gay marriage. And guess what they're using as a precedent? Roe v. Wade, the overturning of Roe v. Wade. And didn't I tell you when Roe v. Wade went down that the next thing the Supreme Court was going to overturn was United States gay marriage? And guess what they've been working on for the last 6 months in the Supreme Court? Guess what they've been working on? I was right. Because that's what case law does. Every time somebody sets precedent, it makes it easier and easier and easier. And it's easier and easier and easier for the next cases to follow down the road. That's what it does. And I warned everybody when they got rid of Roe v. Wade that U.S. gay marriage would be next. And they're actually working on it right now in the Supreme Court to end gay marriage nationally. And what are they using as a precedent? The ending of Roe v. Wade. Just like I warned everybody. So, if they can do that, now, Lane Myers just set a precedent that if you share anybody's information on the website, you can go to jail for it. So now everybody who does that afterwards now goes to jail too. Because the precedent has been set. And I warn people. Lane has no idea how we just fucked everybody by taking a plea deal. He has no fucking clue. Because he opened the door. Now anybody shows the website, you can get sued now. Because you set the precedent by pleading guilty, Lane. Thank you, you moron. Just like they're going to overturn gay marriage because they overturned Roe v. Wade, and Roe v. Wade set the precedent to overturn gay marriage. And one of the people who were pushing it for it, what happened on the 20th of January? What happened on the 20th of January this year? What was one of the first things Donald Trump started doing when he got inaugurated and started signing papers? If you were born with a dick, you can't play in women's sports. And if you were born with a cunt, you can't play on men's sports. And then they started telling everybody, well, we urge everybody not to show their gay pride flags this year. Okay? And this kind of pissed me off. Because we had a fucking United Methodist Church right here in town that used to put gay flags out. They did it the last 2 years. But Donald Trump says, don't promote certain things by posting blah blah blah. One of the things he wouldn't want people posting was fucking the gay flag everywhere. Do you realize this year at that church during Gay Pride Month there wasn't one rainbow flag outside that church here in town? The church I belong to, the Cathedral of Hope in Houston, Texas, which is the largest LBGT fucking church in the United States, didn't have one rainbow flag in the church this year. Not one. Because first thing Donald Trump did was started bashing the transgenders. Bashing the fucking gays. So who do you think is behind the Supreme Court ending gay marriage? Here's a hint for you. Donald J. Trump. Okay? Mm-hmm. It made news recently that there was this LGBT organization that had a Google review page. And all of a sudden, they're going to notice from Google, oh, you can't have, we removed the T off of your Google fucking business profile. The T for transgender. Google, I was all over the news recently. Mm-hmm. Yep. And it pisses me off that they voted for him. It really pisses me off. Yes, I wanted him to clean up government corruption. Yes, I wanted him to make America great again. But I didn't sign up for him bashing the homosexuals. I didn't sign up for him bashing the gender people. I didn't sign up for that shit. When I voted for the cocksucker. So Lane Myers does not realize the precedent he just set and the door he opened by fucking doing what he did. He has no fucking idea, no fucking clue. And what Lane Myers just allowed to become case law by setting a precedent is gonna fuck a lot of people. How many times have you seen Road Nation? Well, on this video, we're going to talk about how this police department was tyrannical and they unjustly arrested a guy. And we're going to watch this video together, and if this video doesn't make you angry, you're not a supporter of the Constitution. If this video doesn't make you angry. As a matter of fact, we urge you to peacefully call the police department. And in the description, because auditors do this all the time, address your grievance with this police department and that police department. Oh, here's the chief's name. Here's his telephone number. Here's his fucking email. Here's the address of the police department. And they put this in the description of the video. Now do you realize Road Nation? So let's say Chief Fuck Your Mama doesn't like the Road Nation, but fuck your mother's email address in the description of the video. Doesn't like that he put his fucking email. Doesn't like that he puts the fucking police department email address. Doesn't like that he put the contact information. And Chief Motherfucker doesn't like that Road Nation put all of his contact information in the description of the video that you can get from any police department. Well, now, Chief Motherfucker can now come to YouTube and say, I want Road Nation video down, And now that guy can now bring charges against Rogue Nation for putting that public information in the description of the video. That's what Lane Myers just did. How many times did Eric Brandt get pissed at a business or get pissed with the government and post the public information in the description of his videos and said, they fucked with the wrong bitch today, blow up their phones, contact them, blow up their phones. Or sometimes he would say, oh, by all means, don't call them, don't blow up their phones, when he really wanted you to do the opposite. Now people like Eric Brandt could get sued for putting that information in the description of a video now because Lane Myers opened up the fucking door. You don't realize how bad this is going to fuck people. You know, I had a fight. I had an argument with this asshole. I was supposed to take my motorcycle over to this fucking shop in Portland, Maine. And this fucking motorcycle shop in Portland, Maine decided, because I got bitchy with them, right? They didn't tell me I had to have the motorcycle there at a certain hour of the day, and it had to be there by a certain time, and if it wasn't there at a certain time, they couldn't work on the bicycle because they would tell everybody to bring their bikes on a certain day, and whoever got into the shop first got their bike repaired. And then I said, that's great. So what am I? And then I got pissy with him, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do now? Because I said, I can't get it down there by 10 o'clock in the morning. I live in Mexico, Maine. I can't get down there before noon. Well, you're going to have to make another appointment with us. You're going to have to make another fucking appointment with us. And I said, when will that be? Oh, we're booked until November. And I was like, what good is having a motorcycle in Maine fixed in November? And then he's like, well, if you want to have that attitude, we won't fix it at all. And then I came on YouTube and I got fucking mad. And I was like, you know, these motherfuckers fucked up. Call this motorcycle shop in Portland, Maine. And in the description of the video, I put the fucking address to the motorcycle shop. I put the fucking name of the motorcycle shop. I put the dickhead's name in the description. And the phone number and all the contact information. And I came on YouTube and I did an Eric Brandt style video. And I said, this dumb bitch fucked up with the wrong guy today. Blow up his phone. Do you realize if I was to do that now, after what Lane Myers did, I could get that motorcycle shop could bring charges against me now? Because I put their contact information in a video. How many people do this on YouTube? Honor your oath investigations. How many times has he gotten arrested and put the police department information in the website, in the description of a video? Call this officer and tell him what you think. Here's the address of the fucking Okeechobee Police Department. 418 Fuck Your Mother Avenue, Okeechobee, Florida. Oh, here's the chief's email, motherfucker at okeechobeepolice.com, and he puts that in the fucking description of the video. Now, honor your oath investigations can now be sued because of what Lane sued or charged because of what Lane Myers just did. This is the thing that people are not getting. So now, public information is now private information. Remember that. All all Viva's contact information on a public website is now private now, which means you can't share it because you might get sued because Lane Myers fucked up and took a guilty plea. Stupid. Absolutely stupid. So you can never put in the description of a YouTube video, address your grievances at, because now you can be charged for it. Thank you, Lane Myers. Thank you very much. Moron. Stupidity. People who are stupid just fucking aggravate me to no end. Why did you take a deal? You do not realize the ramification of what you just did. You can't even fathom what you just fucking did. So here's the thing that can happen now. I'll leave you with this, and then I gotta get out of here. So Lane Myers opened the door. So you had Lane Myers sharing Sharon Walker's information. You had Lane Myers sharing Matt Walker's public information. You had fucking Lane Myers showing Judge Metcalf's public information that was on the public website, right? Now, here's where it gets good. So they put Lane Myers in jail. They've charged him with all this shit because they claimed it was private information on a public website. So they charge him with this thing. He pleads guilty to it, right? Now, you have Foshin out there. This is a public service. Also, sharing Sharon Walker's information, sharing Matt Walker's information, sharing the judge's information. Do you realize, Foshin, the channel This is a Public Service, Arizona can now bring charges and arrest Foshin because he did the same thing that Lane did. Because now it's case law. Now it's allowed. Then you have Reluctant Prophet out there that also shared Sharon Walker's information, that also shared Matt Walker's information, that also shared the judge's information, that also shared the fucking contact information, that also shared the prosecution's information. Now Arizona can come after Reluctant Prophet too because Lane Myers made a deal. So see, because Lane Myers made a fucking deal, 2 more fucking motherfucking people can now go to jail because he made the fucking deal. That's the point I'm trying to make. I'm beyond fucking angry over this. Beyond. And if I would have found out about this 2 weeks ago, I would have been just as angry over it. I would have been just as pissed off about it as I am really pissed off about it now. So, I'm done with you, Lane Myers. You don't exist no more. You did to me. I'll quote another mob movie scene and then I'll get out of here. Did anybody ever see the movie Goodfellas? Where it's talking about Henry Hill. And Henry Hill gets charged with doing dope. And Paul Vario, which was another name in the fucking movie, because Henry Hill comes out of jail, he's destitute, he's got no money. So Paul Vario hands fucking Henry Hill a whole fucking stack of money and said, "You fucked up. I warned you not to do this. Now I gotta turn my back on you." And put you on the fucking shelf. Once you get put on the fucking shelf in the mob business, it means no other mob associate is supposed to hang out with you, associate with you, be your friend. You're done. And Paul Vario in Goodfellas, the guy who played Paul Vario, because he went by a different name in the movie, but it was based on the real guy, two guys, Henry Hill and Paul Vario. And Paul Vario said, "Well, because you did drugs, I got to turn my back on you." Which meant Henry Hill was done. Which pissed Henry Hill off, where he became a federal witness against the fucking mob and against fucking Paul Vario and his fucking buddies. So, you made the deal, Lane. Now I gotta turn my back on you. Just like I turned my back on Eric Brandt. I gotta turn my back on you. You don't exist. You did to me now. Just like Eric Brandt. You go live your life. I go live my life. And if they ban you from the internet for life, Lane Myers, because you were stupid enough to make a deal, and they ban you from social media for life because you were stupid enough to make a deal, you fucking deserve it. If you get fucking 6 years in prison, Lane Myers, you fucking deserve it. If they tell you can't be friends with anybody who is associated with YouTube, and you have to give up all your friendships, and your online account, and your channel goes, "See you later, bye-bye," like Rick Berry used to always say, you deserve what you get, pal. You made a deal. Worst fucking mistake you made. Because you fucked everybody. You didn't just save your own fucking ass. You fucked everybody. Really fucked everybody. Because you set a case precedent. I keep saying president. Precedent that should have never, ever been set. You fucked us all, Lane Myers. So now I gotta turn my back on you. Have a nice life, Lane Myers. Have a good trip. And if I never hear your name again, if I ever hear your name or see your face on YouTube again, it'd be too fucking soon. You fucked up. You fucked up. I believe in loyalty. I believe if you do the crime, you do the motherfucking time. You don't take fucking deals. You took a fucking deal, you're done with me. I told you when you first got fucking arrested and everybody was making YouTube videos about you, "Oh, Freelane Myers, he doesn't belong in jail. Oh, he deserves to have money. Oh, Freelane Myers. And everybody was bitching about it. I said, and I made several videos supporting you, and I said, I will support you until you take a fucking deal. And what did you do? The one motherfucking thing I told you would destroy any kind of relationship with us. I told you from the beginning when you got arrested. 67 plus days ago, I made a video saying you take a fucking deal, you're done. You didn't fucking listen. You took a damn. You're a sellout. Just like Eric Brandt is a motherfucking sellout. You're a scumbag. Eric Brandt is a scumbag for taking a motherfucking deal. And that's all I have to say on the matter. I bid everybody a good night. May you all have a better day tomorrow, as Bon Helton used to say, than you did today. And I'm not even supposed to be up right now because I gotta get up early in the morning. Because I got a rainbow event to go to. And you should know what I mean. So I gotta run camera all day tomorrow. Because it's Pride Day today. I'm supposed to be in fucking bed. And here I am dealing with your fucking ass, Lane Myers. Alright, so, because one time I ended a live stream, somebody was like, well, I didn't know it was the end of your live stream. See, people don't know when I end my live streams because one time I was just talking and then all of a sudden I went poof. The lady Di sends me a text message. She's like, well, where did you go? Your stream ended. I was like, yeah, because it was done. I don't do fucking intros. I don't do fucking outros. No, I'm not going to bash any channel that does. But what gets me, and we'll pick on Lady Di for a minute, okay? And I'll do this into the mic. Okay, I'll do this close to the mic. I'll get close to the mic like this. So, here's why I don't like intros. So Lady Di comes on, right? And Lady Di's video comes on and it's like, bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? You gonna believe no bread. And then she comes on and goes, good morning, good evening, everybody. It was a nice 104 degrees today. Notice how my voice is low. So my point is, I just imitated how the intro is always 10 times louder than the content of the video. This is why I do not like intros on YouTube. Any channel on YouTube that puts a fucking intro in their video, that's why. Because I don't like... See, my intro, if I could have it, because I used to use it on the DJ Emo Hallingmo show. My intro used to be I used to love that song, Bad to the Bone. But what I'm not going to come on YouTube is go... And then go, hello, everybody, this is Emo Hallingmo. Where my voice is 10 times lower than the fucking intro. Okay, I don't do that shit. That's why I do not play outros. I do not play intros. So sometimes when I end a video, people are like, well, I didn't, your video was there 1 minute, you were gone. That's why I do my videos, because Everybody on YouTube that does a fucking intro, the intro is 500 times louder than the person's voice when they come on camera. That's why I don't do intros. That's why you'll never hear me do a fucking intro on my channel. That's why I don't believe in it. Because I don't like people playing this really loud piece of music and then they come on YouTube. Hello, everybody. Oh, it was 104 degrees today in Arizona. And then at the end of the live stream, they go, again, and play us something really loud. That's why I don't do intros and outros. You'll never see me do an intro and outro on this channel. Even if I was monetized, I tell everybody, if you're monetized, you need to do an outro and intro. Fuck that. Fuck that. That's why I don't do them. I hate intros. I hate fucking intros. And then you got the other thing on YouTube, which is just as bad as an intro, right? So, let's say I make a video, and I want to set it for a premiere, right? So I set the video as a fucking premiere, and then it goes on. You know, that stupid music that they have on fucking premieres. And then I come on YouTube and go, hi everybody, Howling Wolf here. Here on my video, here on my voice is like 120 times lower than the fucking imitation of the premiere music. That's why I don't do the fucking premiere videos. Because I can't stand that shit that they put in front of a fucking premiere. I can't fucking stand that shit. So that's why I don't do premieres. Number one thing on YouTube I can't stand is people doing fucking intros and outros 500 times louder than their fucking voices. Or they do a premiere with a fucking music in the beginning. That stupid music at the beginning is so fucking loud, and they come on. And then, because they come on YouTube, you hear that fucking music, and then he goes, you know, the wah, 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 wah. So everybody turns their fucking mic, the volume down. So then when I come on and I say, hello everybody, this is Emo Howling Wolf. I'm talking this slow because everybody turned their fucking sound down because of the fucking wow, 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 wow being so fucking loud at the beginning of the video. I don't like that shit. I've never liked that shit. I've never fucking supported that shit. But I will always be... I'm not saying that to bash Lady Di. Don't get me wrong. It's not to make... I'm not trying to start shit with Lady Di. I'm just saying she's one of the people I know that use an intro and an outro. I mute the computer when the fucking intro and outro is playing because I know the music is 100 times louder than the voice. And I don't want to deal with that shit. But I will always be Lady Di's friend. I will always support Lady Di. I will always listen to the content of her live stream between the intro and the outro, but I don't like intros and outros. And everybody on YouTube wants to do that shit lately. I don't see the point. I don't see the point of having an intro and an outro. It does nothing for me. That's why I don't do that shit. Like I said, I've gotten emails and I've gotten texts. Well, emo, you were there 1 minute and then the next minute you were gone. Because I don't do any outros. So what Lady Di didn't realize one night when she texted me is that I ended the video because I don't play an outro. I don't do it. I don't waste my time with that shit. So, but yeah, I gotta run camera tomorrow all fucking day. I'm tired. I gotta go to bed because I'm never gonna make it to the. uh, I'm never gonna make it to Pride if I don't get to bed. So I gotta go to bed. I'm beat. And yes, I'm not paying attention to the chat. You know, and I'm not doing it to punish you guys. I know people get mad when I turn the chat off. So sometimes I come on here, I just do my thing, say what I want to say on YouTube, and I don't pay attention to the chat. I don't. That way, if a troll's in there saying nasty things, fine. They want to look like an asshole, let them be in there saying nasty fucking things. Because then at the end, when the video goes public later, I just turn the fucking chat off anyway. The chat replay. So, I'm at the point where, fuck it. The chat means nothing to me. The clicks and views on this channel mean nothing to me because I don't get paid for it, for YouTube. Now everybody's going to say, there he goes bashing his audience again. Why should I care what people type in my chat? A lot of you guys don't pay my fucking bills. Because if you cared about me paying my fucking bills, you would have never got me demonetized, right? So it is what it is. So now I let you have your fun. Now I let you say whatever the fuck you want in the chat room. And I ignore it. Sometimes the lady dies in there to pop you, sometimes she's not. I just don't like the chat. I hate it. Because nobody pays my bills anymore. Nobody gives a fuck. And if I post, everybody can post their PayPal. Everybody can post their Cash App. Everybody can post their Venmo. Everybody can post this. But Emo does it. He's the worst fucking scammer on the internet. Yeah. PayPal Patty can rake in thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars from people. But it's alright for PayPal Patty to do it. It was alright for Eric Brandt to have his PayPal. It was alright for every fucking auditor that I know to have their fucking PayPal. But if Emo does it, he's begging you, I'm begging. As the fucking song goes, so it's funny how everybody else can do it but me. Oh, I just thought about something, and this is the final comment for tonight because we've been on an hour and I'm gonna kill it. I was watching Lady Di's live stream about 4 nights ago. And I'm not going to tell you who typed in the comment, but I'm going to tell you what the comment said. Oh, Lady Di, I thank you for having these positive and friendly panels. I really enjoy it when you come on the internet and host these friendly and productive panels. Right? Basically said that she enjoys Lady Di's show because it's positive, friendly, and productive. And I read that comment and I was like, yeah, well, that's all Emo Howling Wolf wanted to do. But a bunch of jealous, and I'll say it one time for the video, bunch of jealous fucking faggots didn't like it. Then emo wanted to have a productive and friendly panel. They didn't like the idea, so they had to ruin me. And I wasn't allowed to have friendly and productive and positive panels. Like this woman commented about Lady Di's panels. Oh, I thank you for having such a positive and friendly and productive panel. Yeah, that's all that emo wanted to do. And then I hear Hillbilly Man one night. He's bitching. Well, emo could have made it if he didn't go on a live stream and talk about diapers, and he didn't talk about this, and he didn't talk about this, and he didn't talk about that. Emo could have really made it instead of being turned into a Lowe's cow. No, wait a minute. Isn't the job of a First Amendment auditor to expose the tyranny and the corruption of a dirty police officer, right? And don't one of auditors get really pissy when police departments are not transparent and when police officers are tyrants and they're not transparent, or the police department is not transparent? So what do? I come on the fucking YouTube and I tell people the truth. Well, I got cancer and I wear diapers. Because I figured it'd be better to come out on YouTube and say it instead of getting arrested, and then the frog goes, well, Emo Holland will, no, Anon or the frog goes, well, last night Auditor Emo Hollandwolf got arrested, and did you know, guys, when he got arrested, he was wearing a dirty diaper. Did you know that Emo wears diapers? Because if I would have got arrested or something, you don't think that would have came all over YouTube? So I was transparent about it. I told everybody about it from the beginning. And what did I get for it? Made fun of. Not supported. Because I was like, how can I expect a police department and a police officer to be transparent if I'm not transparent myself? So I came on the fucking internet and I said a lot of shit. And was honest about a lot of shit. Because I have no right to go out and do an audit on a police officer and say, well, this guy's a dirty cop. He's not transparent. I have no right to do so if I'm not transparent myself. So what did I get for it? I got made fun of. I got turned into a Lowe's cow. I got thrown out of the fucking auditing community for it. That's what I got for it. So you know what ruined my channel? You know what you want to know what destroyed my fucking reputation on YouTube? Being too fucking honest. That's what destroyed my fucking reputation on YouTube. Being too fucking transparent. So I came on here and I'm like, well, I can't fucking expect for the police officer and expect the law enforcement agencies to be transparent if I'm not fucking transparent myself. So I told a lot of fucking personal information that I probably shouldn't have. And I talked about diapers and shit that I probably shouldn't have. So in a way, Hillbilly Man is fucking right. But how the fuck can I go out and do an audit and expect fucking transparency from the fucking government if I'm not transparent my fucking self. So that's all I wanted to do on YouTube, was run a productive and friendly chat. And a productive and friendly channel. And what did I get? And I've got to be careful doing that, because they'll say, oh, he had sexual content in his fucking video. That's what I got for being transparent. That's what I got for it. Because people couldn't handle the truth. And it's 2 o'clock in the fucking morning, and I gotta get the fuck out of here, because I gotta deal with pride. In about 8 fucking hours, so I need fucking sleep. And I was transparent and told everybody I was gay, and told everybody I was married to a man. But, oh, the homophobic people out there couldn't let email be monetized. Oh no, that was too much for YouTube. And the reason why Sheba came after me, you want to know the reason why Sheba came after me? The loser in the UK? Why him and Masshole Report came after me? You really want to know why him and him and that cunt Kate Peters came after me? You really want to know why? Because he was sticking his nose in the auditor's affairs. He went on Jeff's panel and he says, oh, you guys should create an auditors union, and you should have a rule book, and you should have a code of conduct, and you should have this, and you should have that. And all I said to Sheba was, you live in the UK, you have no business in U.S. affairs. And that's why he attacked me. He didn't like me because I told him about how I didn't like his organizing the auditors. And I didn't like his idea of creating a rubric, as he called it, which was a rule book. And that's why I was attacked. Because I told him he's in the United States, he's in the UK. No, I told him he's in the UK. Mind your fucking business. Stay out of the fucking auditor's business, yeah? Yeah, you have no right talking about our Constitution because you don't live here in the United States. It's the same fucking reason why Tent Man went after me. Because I said, look, you live in Canada, Tent Man. You have no business telling us how to run our country. Because you're a Canadian, not a U.S. citizen. And Sheba in the UK and fucking Tent Man in Canada didn't like that. I told them that they should mind their business. And stick to their own government. They don't live here, so mind your business. That's what I told them. They didn't like that. That's why Sheba came after me. It's one of the number one reasons, because I told him to fuck off, him and his rubric, and he didn't like that. So that's why he attacked me. Number one reason why he attacked me, right fucking there. Do I go on this fucking channel and make videos telling Putin how to run Russia? Have I ever gone on this channel and talked about Canadian politics and how the Canadian people should run their government? Have you ever heard me talk about or address a video to Justin Trudeau? Have you ever heard me address a video to Justin Trudeau? Have you ever heard me tell a Canadian person how they should run their country? Have you ever heard me tell a Russian person how they should run their country? Have you ever heard me make a video to a Japanese person telling a Japanese person how to run their fucking country? Have I ever made a UK video telling calling the king names and telling him how he should run England? Have I ever made videos about Australia and their government? Have I ever made a video about fucking South Africa and how South Africa's ran? Have I ever made a video about Australia? Have I ever made a video about North Korea? Have I ever made a pre-Palestine video on my channel? Have I ever made a pre-Palestine video on my channel? And the answer is no. Because if it doesn't happen in the borders of the United States, I could care less what happens in another fucking country. I make videos bitching about this United States government because I live in the United States. I bitch about U.S. politics because I live in the United States. I only care about what happens in the continental United fucking States, and Alaska and Hawaii, and whatever territories we own. And that's the way I felt about Sheba. He had no business coming to telling people in the United States how we should run our government. That's why you have never seen one free Palestine video. You never seen one video on my channel promoting Israel. And you won't either. Because I only give a fuck what happens in this country. I could care less about what the world does in their own in their countries and what else is going on in the world. You want to have World War III, and it involves every country about the fucking except for the United fucking States. I could care less what's going on in World War III. But the minute it starts happening on our fucking soil over here, the minute we get bombed, the minute we get fucking attacked here in the U.S., then I'll give a damn. So people like Sheba should butt out of U.S. affairs, and that's why he attacked me. People like Tent Man should butt out of U.S. fucking affairs. I don't tell Tent Man how to run Canada. I don't tell Sheba how to run the UK. So Sheba in return should mind his fucking business and keep his fucking nose out of the United States fucking government. Same thing with Tent Man. And these two motherfuckers didn't like it. And this is where Kate Peters came from. Because Sheba didn't like it when I told him to fuck off with him and his fucking rule book and fucking organizing the 1A community. He couldn't handle that. I only give a fuck what happens in this country. I don't give a fuck what happens in another country. Oh, there was a drone attack over here in this country. I don't give a fuck. When there's a drone attack in the United States and the United States gets bombed, then I'll care about it. But until it happens over here, I don't give a damn. It's just the way I feel about it. I don't butt my nose in other people's. I don't tell other countries how to run their business, so other countries shouldn't tell the United States how to fucking run ours. And I will always stick with that. I will always, always, always fucking believe in that. I will always stand by that. And if Shiva can't handle that, too fucking bad. So clicks and views mean nothing to me. Because nobody pays my bills. Not anymore. Not that I've been demonetized, so yeah. 2,000 plus on the main channel. Subscribers. Useless fucking number. Means nothing because it don't pay me no money. The clicks and views don't fucking count. The clicks and views don't mean anything. So why should I fucking give a fuck if you're watching or not? Well, that's no way to treat your subscribers. Well, I only cared about my clicks and views and my subscribers when I was making money. We all know I'm not making money anymore, so why should I care? Just saying. Just saying. 2,000 plus subscribers on the main channel means nothing to me. 700 plus on the secondary channel means nothing to me. I'll put it this way. I'll put it this way. Don Imus used to say, he used to do his show as if he was talking to one person. He didn't care how many people were tuned into his radio show. But he would look he would grab the microphone and talk into the microphone as if he was talking to one person. And that's why I'm not even looking at the view account right now. Because I'm doing it Don Imus style video. I'm just pretending I'm talking to one person. One person only. Because clicks and views mean nothing to me now. They did one time 5 years ago, but they mean nothing to me now. Now, people are going to get pissy when I say that, but that's just the way I feel about it. I don't, to the point I just don't give a fuck. I'm to the point where I just don't give a fuck who's in my chat anymore. One day Lady Di was popping all kinds of people, and I almost texted Lady Di and said, let the motherfuckers talk. Just let them say what they wanted. Because I'm to the point I don't give a fuck about the chat anymore. It means nothing to me. Why should I give a fuck about it? Doesn't pay me anything, so why should I care? I do have a couple of supporters, though, that send me money. They know who they are, and I appreciate it. But 99.9 of you motherfuckers just sit there and you don't contribute, so means nothing. Absolutely means nothing to me. And then I like it. I love these people because I just recently I see this all the time. There's this guy by the name of Texas Tyrant Slayer. And Texas Tyrant Slayer was trying to promote his channel, trying to get his channel going, trying to get it up to 1,000 subs. And everybody told him, well, go vertical. Go vertical with your live streams, because when you're trying to reach a lot of people, if you go vertical with your live streams, YouTube promotes the live stream more. You know, it gets mixed up in the algorithm of the short, so you get all kinds of people. So, Texas Tyrant Slayer was getting all kinds of people, and he's booting people out of his room left and right. And I love it when the trolls come in there and he says, and the trolls always say this when they get booted. Well, here's a First Amendment auditor that's promoting freedom of speech, but yet he won't let me have my freedom of speech in the chat room because he banned me. I love when the trolls play that card. I love when the trolls play that card in a First Amendment auditing room. I absolutely love it when they play that card. Well, you're supposed to be an auditor. You're supposed to defend and support the Constitution. So if you defend freedom of speech, then why are you banning everybody from your chat? Which is the same thing I heard in my room, which is the same thing that somebody said in Rebel's room. I've seen it in Texas Tyrant Slayer's room a few times. I've seen it in other live streams where the trolls think they can come in there and take over the show, and they always put that. Oh, I love how you guys defend the Constitution, but you can't let me put my comments in your chat. I love assholes when they play that card. I just absolutely love that when they play that fucking card. Well, Hamlin is supposed to be defending the Constitution, but yet he's banning everybody from haters, trolls, and naysayers. And he's banning everybody from Gramping Lasta. And he's dragging... He's banning everybody from Fagonauts. And he's banning everybody from Andrew Baines. But Emo's supposed to be a 1A auditor, but he doesn't allow freedom of speech in this chat room. I just love that fucking shit. I just love that fucking shit. When the trolls play that shit. Alright, well, that's a great big ball of wax. And like I said, I'm in rare form tonight because I'm really pissed off about this Lane Myers thing. So I'm not even going to sign off nice. I'm not even going to sign off politely. I'm just going to say, well... That's a wrap, folks. And if you don't like my videos, go fuck yourself. Thank you and good night. Now, fuck you and your mama. And fuck your clicks and views.